You can't have a cavity-free kid if you don't have a cavity-free home. That's right, cavities are contagious, so if your mouth is a hot mess, you can't expect your kids to have great teeth. Now, this is not to shame you or embarrass you. I just want to raise awareness and really stress the importance of, and really just give you permission as a parent to put your own oxygen mask on first, and then help your kids. Let's talk about it. By the way, guys, this is part 1 of a mini series I'm doing, so make sure not to miss the other 2 videos after this one. They all kind of tie together. Anyway, that being said, there are a couple of things that you can do today to start improving your oral health. Now, full disclosure, I don't know what condition your teeth are in.
I don't know.
And there are so many factors like medical conditions, medications you're taking, lifestyle choices, etc., etc. But I think there are some basics that everyone can benefit from if you're not doing these already. First of all, just make sure that you're brushing your teeth properly and consistently, as well as flossing them. And big one right here, incorporating xylitol about 6 to 10 grams a day. Now, I have videos on how to properly brush and floss your teeth with both electric, manual brushes, regular string floss picks, all the things. You can find that on my YouTube channel. I'll also include some links down in the description below if you guys want to navigate there. But back to the xylitol real quick. Xylitol is a sugar alcohol derived from birchwood, and it's amazing at helping to stimulate your saliva flow, which helps to remineralize your teeth, and it helps protect your teeth against cavities. You see, the bad bacteria in your mouth, it can't digest xylitol, and even though it's a sugar, it tries to consume it. So it bursts and then it dies. Again, I've made separate videos specifically on xylitol. You can check all that out on my channel. Now, there are a lot of other things you can do, like switching your toothpaste to fit your actual needs, not your perceived needs. For example, you might be thinking, I need to whiten my teeth.
What?
Maybe no, you don't. Not yet, at least. Maybe you need to address the bleeding gums first, and then get into the whitening, for example. Also, quitting some bad habits like smoking or chewing tobacco. If you're sipping on something all day long or even just all morning long, your teeth are constantly under an acid attack and they don't get a chance to remineralize. So if you're gonna have a soda or a sweet drink, just chug it, get it over with, rinse with some water, and let your saliva remineralize your oral microbiome. Speaking of water, maybe drinking more water in general. That might be a good habit to pick up. Also, exercising. Guys, exercise literally affects your oral health. Think about it. If you're not moving, if you're living like a super sedentary lifestyle, you're closer to being dead than you are alive. And when your body is dead, everything starts to decompose. So the more sedentary you are, the more everything here starts to kind of decompose. So maybe incorporating a quick, brisk 15-minute walk in the mornings or something. But bottom line, just start with one thing and work on that and build from there. There's a Japanese saying or phrase, I think it's like kaizen or kaizen. Basically, don't wait for all the stars to align to do something perfectly. Start with a small step, 1% improvement every day. Japanese friends, how did I do? Did I like super miss, am I even close? Kaizen? Kaizen. That's probably so, sorry. Side note, if you're a woman and you're pregnant or you're thinking about becoming pregnant in the future, super important to take care of your teeth before you're pregnant and especially during pregnancy. Any issues with the mouth, including cavities or inflammation of the gums, gets exacerbated when you're pregnant because of all the hormonal changes.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm watching TV. I'm looking at.
And these problems can directly affect your baby. So if you're dealing with periodontal disease or gingivitis while you're pregnant, there's a higher risk of giving birth preterm, and it's associated with low birth weight. Now, if you're not a woman and watching this, maybe share this with one of your female friends who could benefit from this information. Sometimes I've had pregnant people come in and their teeth aren't looking that great and they're saying, oh, it's this pregnancy, it's causing my teeth to be bad. It's not quite how it works. Your teeth potentially, most likely, started out with problems before you even had, you were pregnant. But when you're pregnant, immune system goes down, hormones change, and any issues you have in your mouth get that much more prominent and more noticeable and more painful. So it's not necessarily the baby to blame, but it's all tied together. Bottom line, highly recommend to check your teeth, get them cleaned before you get pregnant, during pregnancy, stay on top of vitamins, all that fun stuff. Okay, so action steps. Look into xylitol. Again, this is not medical advice. Definitely talk to your doctor, especially if you're taking other medications or supplements. And then just think about one thing, if it's not the xylitol aspect, think about one thing that you can start improving today and just do it. If you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck and not sure which direction to go, you can also book a one-on-one call with me, just a quick 15-minute conversation to help get you a head start on where to go, what to start doing to improve your oral health. That'll be linked in the description down below. Now, if you're watching this video fresh off the press, I haven't made the second 2 videos yet, so stay tuned for those. They're coming up in the subsequent weeks. If you are watching this video a little bit later, click here to watch the next video in this series. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.